Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, it's that time of the week we like to celebrate. Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your occasionally humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beautiful co-host, Andrew Teedy, and quiet Michael Labune, and we're going to have some funny memes. But first, an absolutely essential, regular part of
Did you say sensual?
Essential part of Facebook for the Blind, the depressing news.
Trademarked.
Yep.
The sensual depressing news, apparently.
Essential, like a worker. Essential.
Sensual.
Somebody's thirsty. That's all I know. Hey, everybody's talking about here the former Tennessee state senator. You know, he was sentenced Friday to nearly 2 years in prison for violating campaign finance reform while running in Congress. He once described it as a witch hunt before he pleaded guilty to them. 21 months in jail for a Republican and dude. Yeah, good for that. Friend of the show, Amanda Cohen, reports just a couple days ago, Drizzle from her phone, a severe weather warning. She says, this tracks for LA, drizzle, severe weather. Oh, but it did turn into something. The LA River, which a lot of Midwesterners don't know, is not actually a river. This is supposed to be dry concrete. And Californians get very, very freaky when there's water in it and it's not dry. But they still went out and took selfies right next to it on this slick concrete because they're so familiar with this kind of weather, and they're certain that they could just, you know, probably get away with a selfie. Anyway, so first time that a hurricane has hit Southern California in 84 years. This was the shot that was going around as Hurricane Hilary slammed into Southern California. We see here Dodger Stadium surrounded by a moat. I'm sure that's just parking. But I can't tell how many feet deep that is, but that is a lake with a stadium in the middle of it, which is pretty crazy. So it's pretty crazy. And then, as if that was not enough, magnitude 5.5 earthquake affecting counties all the way from the United States all the way down into Mexico. And that encompasses the entire valley from just north of Los Angeles. So hurricane was the word of the week. Atlanta activists gathered 100,000 plus signatures for a referendum to stop Cop City. So it's possible that they will actually preserve nature and not train cops to shoot poor people, which is what they wanted to do. So that's kind of cool. That might be moving along. Also, in kind of fun news, DeSantis asked Disney to drop its lawsuit, and in response, they just sued him for damages. So, you know. Turnabout is fair play. That's kind of fun. A lot of people were freaking out about COVID trend, and I looked at the COVID trend. This is a year, and this little tiny bump on the end, that's an uptick. And it is. It's a tick, and it's up, but I'm just not going to panic yet, all right? I'm just not going to panic yet, but, you know, I'm waiting for it. I'm bracing, you know, whatever. Man killed a shopkeeper in California after disparaging her pride flag. He did a bunch of slurs, and then he tore down her flag, and then he shot her. And then he wandered off, and the cops tracked him down, and they shot him. So, you know, this like noise in the echo chambers is making people mad and getting people shot. And I don't know. We're gonna have to fix it. We're gonna fix it at some point. So speaking of states where terrible things happen, Texas has a floating barrier to stop migrants, drawing a lot of concerns from Mexico because it's floating over onto their side. I don't know if you've seen this thing, but it has chainsaws. It has circular saw blades in between these floaties that are harming like children. So Texas is like, yeah, that's what the algorithm wants us to do. Or something. I don't know. just absolute horribleness. I'm not even sure. So, all right. Well, after that, I need to see this. The top story from WWMA is that Nathan Levi, who's I guess a Jewish wrestler, had some racist Nazi Nick Fuentes troll come out of the woodwork and say, "Fight me, man!" And he walloped the crap out of him. Just beat the shit out of him. And the Jewish MMA fighter beats the crap out of anti-Semitic troll. Big news, huge, all over the place. People loved it. So that was good. I tuned into my weird right wingers, to see what was going on. And they're freaking out about the nightmare corruption in DC, the nightmare of killing unborn human beings and selling their body parts. Yeah, look at this. Doesn't this look all official? Judicial Watch. Yeah, Judicial Watch is a real thing with guys with money, and people watch it, and like thousands of people are looking at this silly thing, and it's saying that anyway, crazy people. Hey, but it's not just political people. Billionaires are terrible people too. Did you know that? Zuck says it's time to move on from his cage match with Elon Musk. So apparently they're just not gonna do the cage match. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they watched the Jewish kid walloping the Nazi and they were like, okay, maybe this isn't a good idea. I don't know, but they're moving on. And friend of the show, Bob, says, nope, it's mandatory now. 2 billionaires enter, less than 2 billionaires leave. I'm not saying he's wrong. Sounds like
all kidding aside, I have about as much interest in watching these two fucking dorks run away from each other in a cage match as I have in getting another fucking hole in my head. It was going to be the worst fight ever.
Oh, absolutely.
But the material.
I just
that's a good point.
I mean, but bruises and blood would show up so well on that pasty skin. Look at that.
Elon would have finally found a way to actually make money. He would have made money for once.
Oh, damn. Betting against himself. Yes, good call. That is exactly proper.
Oh, yeah.
That checks, definitely. Well, here's an interesting one. We don't really promote Biden very much, but Chris Hayes makes an interesting point. Inflation a year ago was 8.5%, and today it's 3.2%. And Hayes says this would literally be the only thing Republicans would be talking about if Trump were president. And he does make a good point. Meanwhile, we're just like, I don't care how low inflation is. Everything's expensive, and my paycheck is not getting big enough fast enough.
Yes.
Let's see here. This is an interesting one too. That Maui caught fire and the president went out to go visit them. So the RNC decided to make fun of Biden for petting a rescue dog. The Yahoo headline really sums it up. RNC's soulless ghouls ripped after launching the dumbest attack on Biden yet. And that is a high bar, but maybe, possibly. Friend of the show, Sandy posted this, and I believe it to be true. Said, I turned 58 today and realized the best years of my life are still to come. How about that? Did you guys know that I was older than Sandy? So anyway, I sent her this.
No.
Says, a little birdie told me it was your birthday, and I was like, fuck me, it's a talking bird. Now, we always like to close with a heartwarming animal story, and I looked all over the fucking place for some kind of scoreboard on the orcas versus yachts, but I couldn't. It was funny. It was elusive. It was actually a little bit elusive. I know that there was a rare whale sighting off of Nantucket of a whale who's anyway, there were orcas in Portugal and Spain. They were attacking off Gibraltar. I found these really fun maps with like all the different attacks and stuff. This one with the headline, Killer Whales Launch Orchestrated Attacks on Boats and No One Knows Why. And I'm like, no one knows why. No one knows why it wasn't until now. What are you talking about? All kind pod of killer whales sinking tourist boat off the coast of Portugal. It was really funny too, man. I noticed they targeted, they targeted the entire Portuguese coastline, which I don't know. I thought was very wise And I looked into it. Anyway, I'm going to check in. And if I catch up on the Orcas versus Yachts game, I'm going to give you the current score. But in our closing heartwarming animal story, Science Humor posts this picture of baby stingrays that look like raviolis stuffed with tiny damned souls.
That is creepy.
Look at his eyes, little purple
I need it.
dude, I'm telling you what, man. I was like, yeah, butter garlic. I'd be all into it. And that is the news for our 120th episode for this in the year of our Lord 2023, August 22nd. Now, this is when we traditionally hand off our show to the wonderful, quiet Michael LeBeau for a nice, medium-sized round one.
No,
Round one.
No.
it's a big one.
Okay.
Here we have 4 panels. Starts off, each panel is the Earth talking to the Sun, and the Sun responding. The Earth says, "Hello, Sun, bro." And the Sun says, "Hello, Earth, bro." The Earth says, "Close your eyes, bro." And the Sun says, "Okay, bro." Closes his eyes. Then the Earth says, "What do you see, bro?" And the Sun says, "Darkness, bro." And the Earth says, "That's my world without you, bro."
Oh.
And the Sun is crying and it says, "Bro."
Bro.
Bro.
Here's a picture of this is like one of those like found, just like, it's not even a meme, it's just a fucking picture. Found out in the wild. Burger King drive-through screen, and someone has a worker has taped a sign to the top of it, and it says, "Out of jalapeno bites, large cups, and low on crispy chicken. Sorry about the incontinence." Trash can Paul, friend of the show, friend of mine, trash can. He's retweeting Matt at Matty B tweet 69. Nice.
Yeah.
It's a picture of Radiohead just standing there looking like fucking Radiohead with a white background. Matt says, "Radiohead is literally just Coldplay for dudes that sit on their balls and have their balls go into their butt, and they have to go to the hospital and fart out their balls." Listen, I don't get why, but as soon as I read that, I was like, that's fucking true. Here's a picture of a lion sleeping, and a monkey is walking up behind this sleeping lion, and it's holding a stick, and it looks very much like it's about to hit the sleeping lion with a stick. And it's captioned, "Everything happens for a reason. And sometimes the reason is you're stupid and make bad decisions."
Hell yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Eric,
Yes.
I threw this graph in here just for you. Have you ever seen this graph before?
I'm not even seeing it now. Hang on. Crap.
So-
where's the screen. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes. Hello.
On
Yes.
the
Looks like the Dunning-Kruger graph. there.
That's exactly right. So this is a graph I really appreciated because on the x-axis we have knowledge, on the y-axis we have confidence. Did I get my x and y there right? Doesn't matter. The
No.
up and down is confidence. The left and right is knowledge.
Yeah.
And then we have a line that is sort of like looks sort of like, I don't know, hilly. And the peak, the first really high peak, the peak is highest confidence, lowest amount of knowledge. And this is where this is the actual peak of confidence, is people who have the lowest amount of knowledge.
Yep.
Then when we get to the middle, we have the lowest amount of confidence, but we're in mid-range for knowledge, and that is considered cultured. And then when we get all the way to the right, where we have the highest amount of knowledge, we have about the medium amount of confidence, and that would be a person who is an expert. But if you notice, the expert's confidence doesn't even come close to the confidence of the ignorant person, and that's the confidence gap. And there we have a visual of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Also, every single person on the political spectrum is somewhere on this scale. Here we have a picture of Michael Oher, or the actor who played Michael Oher. Well, what it is the cover of The Blind Side.
Yeah.
And it's the guy who plays Michael Oher sitting next to Sandra Bullock, who plays Mrs. Toohey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's titled The Blind Side 2, starring Sandra Bullock. And the only thing that's been changed from the original poster is Michael Oher is holding a white chair. For those of you who don't know, he has sued the Tooheys for $15 million.
Nice.
And I say about that.
Coffee's my favorite. As this meme, it's like Lego soldier. Looks like he's, I guess he would be like in a minefield.
Yeah, he's clearing a minefield.
Yeah, and he's EOD, right? It looks like he's in an EOD suit.
Yeah.
Definitely has the fucking EOD monster. What is the name of that truck? Do you remember? It doesn't matter.
Big motherfucker.
Yeah. It says those people who say it's too hot for coffee don't understand coffee and are not to be trusted. I think I only have one more for this round. That's right. Trash Can Paul is back already. 2 trash cans, first round. Let me think of how to put this. So we have a plank, and one person is standing on land, and they're holding the plank steady, and one person is standing on the end of the plank. So they'll fall off the cliff if the other person moves. The person on the end of the plank, the person who's in danger, is labeled condom company, and the person standing on the land is labeled future customers, and the condom company is pointing a gun at the future customers, and Trash Can added the caption, "Big if true." That is so fucking weird that I never thought about that. But they are very short-sighted.
Yeah.
And that's all I have for round 1. Let's see what you got, TD.
Oh my god. That was
Hello, everybody. It's that time of the week where we do TD's often imitated, never duplicated, world famous short round 1. Now with Retson.
wow, that was a good stretch. I mean, you were
Hey,
just,
I'm trying to work with you, big guy.
you are so good at this.
Wish my wife would say that more.
You want to cuddle?
Yes. Can I be Little Spoon?
Sure.
More like a ladle, but anyway. Andrew TD, I know that guy. I posted this a couple years ago. It says, I feel this, and it just says, my brain, slap it. Me, why? Brain, just do it. And it's a pallet full of garden soil.
I have
Like,
done this.
Oh yeah, every time. You can't walk by it without going.
Yep.
You can't.
Yeah, you got to spank it.
Yeah.
You gotta spank it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm just glad you guys are with me on this.
Also, pumpkins. Do you guys spank pumpkins?
Pumpkins and watermelons, yes.
Got to spank it. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to
Bags of rice.
Not going to discuss all the things I enjoy slapping. Okay.
Listen, I'll slap the shit out of a bag of rice. I don't know why.
Yeah. Dog food bags, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I opened up a tunnel here. Robert Quantz, a friend of the show. I can never say your last name right, Robbie. I'm sorry. He reposted Jennifer Coppertop, and it says, "Why are there no Pop-Tart, or why are there Pop-Tarts but no Mom Tarts? Because of the patriarchy."
Oh,
I almost had you read that one, LeBeau, but I decided. Christopher Pugh, friend of the show, repost from Beer Drinking Bicycle Riding Chicago Photography Club.
Wow.
Okay. It shows a picture of a tipped over glass of cognac, and it says, "Woman chugged an entire 200 bottle of cognac rather than give it to airport security." That's the headline. And someone just comments, "Not all heroes wear capes."
Oh God.
I would do it.
I'm getting a little ill. Just
I would do it.
Oof. Yeah.
Listen,
moving on. Oh yeah.
I've went one New Year's. I decided that when my buddy got to the party, I was going to drink a whole bottle of JMO. And
How'd
I
that
think
work out
everybody
for
thought I meant like over the course of the night, which is not what I meant. And
You
I
meant-
fucking drank. Yeah, right when he got there, I drank the whole bottle of JMO, fucking passed out, and missed midnight.
Ah,
Beautiful.
sounds legit.
Yeah, oh no, that happened. I can see it clearly. Moving on. Friend of the show, Chad Williams, posts this meme. Michael, I am gonna have you read this one.
All right. So this is one of those where it's going to make me say something, but I don't know what yet. And it's just 3 pictures that are going to be repeated. One is of Noodles. One is of Meeper. Was that his name? Beaker.
Sure. But he always, yeah.
From
But he
Muppet.
says Meep.
Yeah, that's all he says.
And then a picture of a cow. And it says Noodle Meep Moo. Noodle Meep Meep Moo. Noodle Meep Moo Moo. It's final countdown.
Oh my God, that is an 80s Rick roll. That's what you just did.
Yeah, that's a great one, isn't it?
Wow.
Oh, that's right.
I love it. That made me so happy. Moving on. Friend of the show, Puns, says anyone who ever worked at Twitter is now either an ex-employee or an ex-employee.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Where's the lie?
moving you on.
Damn. Abusing that power over there, Sizemore. Just, yeah, I got power and I'm going to abuse that shit. All right. Non-aesthetic things. Acquaintance of the show says, what is your favorite paradox? And Bomber 665 says, if you ask Rick Astley for his copy of the movie Up, he cannot give it to you as he will never give you up. However, in doing so, he lets you down, thus creating the Astley paradox. You want to talk about Rickrolled? There you go.
That's fucking again.
Here we go again.
Synchronicity.
Crazy.
My second to last one here for round one. Andrew TD, once again, I posted this a while back. It says, when you scroll through your timeline liking memes about depression, anxiety, and alcoholism, and it's a picture of the reason I've never seen more than 2 episodes of Friends of My Life, David Schwimmer, says, humor based on my pain. Ah ha ha. Yeah, that's why I never watched Friends. I think that man is a comedy void.
I mean, sure. All right.
All right, moving on. I got one more.
Oh, I thought you
I said second to last, dude.
Boss.
Huh?
That
You
means
see,
one
you
more.
abuse the power and then
Yeah.
karma. All right, Jason Jester, friend of the show, friend of the universe, friend of you and me, posted a picture from an old R.L. Stein Goosebumps book, the cover, but the P is missing, and it's a picture of 3 gooses. So it's R.L. Stein Goosebumps.
Is Jason British?
No, but it's funny.
It is funny.
Bums. You just
All right.
all right. That's
So-
all I got for TD's world famous, often imitated, never duplicated. Short round one. Over to you, Sizemore. Don't cut me off again.
I got to say one thing about the geese.
Yes.
So up here in Canada,
Yeah.
nope. Up here in South Canada,
South Canada.
yeah, they don't call the children's game Duck Duck Goose. Have I told you this?
No.
No, but I've heard of this. What do you call it? Gray.
They call it Duck Duck Gray Duck.
Okay.
And here's what my stupid fucking brain did. I'm so married to the idea that it's Duck Duck Goose that when I heard they played Duck Duck Gray Duck, I said, well, what happens when you see a flock of geese flying by? Do you say, there goes a flock of gray ducks? And they were like, no, we don't confuse geese with gray ducks. We don't talk about geese at all when we play that game. I just thought, I don't know what I thought, man. I think I'm giving myself brain damage, but
Well, that is such a good transition. I cannot pass it up. friend of the show, Brain Ramos, who often goes online as Brain Damage, posted about today being his first comedy anniversary, and he had an amazingly fun time. Much aloha, love, and mahalo. Thanks to everyone who's ever let me rock the mic, drop some knowledge of the game on me, giving me a fist bump after a set. I love you all, and I'm honored to be among this incredible community of knuckleheads, which I thought was an excellent way to commemorate a year's worth of comedy.
Yes, absolutely.
That's pretty good.
Brain, that's classy, man. Very well done. Very well done. I didn't say anything like that after my first year. I don't even know if I'd come out to anyone about being a comedian. I was in the closet. I was a closet comedian. Closeted comedian. All right, moving on. Kenny Kynes and many, many other people posted this information that exclusive Kid Rock enjoyed a Bud Light. And there are pictures of Kid Rock from strange angles with a Bud Light. And I'm not kidding you, man. I think Chandler was having fun with this.
Oh, Chandler loved this.
I think this one, a friend of the show, Owen, posted this one in quotes. It says, "I wish I knew how to quit you, pee-pee water." Steve Rochelle has Brokeback Mountain with the cowboy hugging him from behind, except it's Bud Light, putting his arm around Kid Rock. Just, oh man, just a lot of fun. A lot of fun making fun of hypocrites, but yeah, pee-pee water. I wish I knew how to quit you. Yeah. So, friend of the show, C Cat says, Taylor Swift, I didn't know she was Canadian, because we can see that she's got her face on a projection screen that's split and her head's popped off, kind of like the
Yeah,
when she talks.
South Park. The Canadians in South Park. Yeah.
Thought it was absolutely brilliant. What a strange, anyway, thank you whoever shot this from a concert. Normally concert videos and photos, but this quality content. Here we have a picture of a cat with his ear all wrinkled back and the fur sticking out the wrong way. His eyes are half slit. And it says, when you go to sleep at 4 p.m. and you wake up at 6 p.m., he's saying, when am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's well, especially when it's dark. God, Wednesday, you look at 6 and you go, 6. I used to know what 6 means. Oh, am I supposed to eat? Speaking of clocks, I have reset my clock to alphabetical savings time. You can see your clock dial that goes 2, 8, 11, 5, 4, 9, 1, 7, 6, 10, 3, 12. Alphabetical. Way easier. I just like headlines that are great, as you guys know, and this one is a picture of a raccoon, and it says a rabies scare in West Virginia turns out to be just raccoons drunk on crab apples. First commenter says hot girl summer. All right. Friend of the show, Rose, and lead singer of the Poster Children, says, I'm pretty sure 40 years of civics classes taught by football coaches is what got us here.
Oh,
And
shit.
I tell you what, man, I just thought that was a tight, funny joke and interesting. And I can see all my drunk gym teachers right now. And, look at this. We got 75 engagements, bunch of comments and stuff. People came out to talk about hypothetical gym teachers, friends of theirs that were gym teachers, uncles of theirs. And I was like, this is a tight joke.
It's fucking great. It's also weirdly true.
Yeah.
Like, why were the jock teachers the ones teaching civics class?
Dude, I remember we take safety class, and the teachers, the gym teachers, who all went down to Noble Romans and drank a couple pitchers of beer over lunch, would come back and put on a safety film and go out in the hallway and take a nap. And I'm like, yeah.
No, see, I must be the one kid whose football coach, yes, was my history teacher for a few classes, but he actually really enjoyed history
That's
and stuff like that. So I mean, like, he was a good history and civics teacher.
All right. You guys see what clearly happened here with this joke? It just begs to be discussed.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. All of us. I did it. I started it. You just felt it. We were all in it together. Anyway, all right. Hey, this was just awesome, man. This is the old Viewmaster discs. I don't know if anyone could possibly remember this. Diane may remember.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got some in the other room.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm too young, but we were so poor.
Sure. So you got them at a garage sale secondhand. I got
Yes.
Yeah.
no. Yeah, I'm down. I get it, man. I looked at a lot of them at garage sales going, maybe. This particular one is super useful because it has 3D pictures. Learn to break dance with the New York City Breakers.
Okay, I would give my other big toe to get a hold of that.
Dude, look at this too, man. If you had these 3 Viewmaster discs, you could learn to moonwalk.
I'm a fat white guy from Indiana. You know I need all the help I can get.
Oh God, man. Loved it. Moving on. Salvage Sister and Miser. No, sorry. Salvage Sister and Mister says, haha, there is truth to this. And we have a sign that says, I didn't realize I was supposed to know how to do everything by my second rodeo. Seems like a very low amount of rodeos. Like, you know what? This man makes a point. From Peter Explains the Joke community on Reddit, we have a repost of Tyler McCall, who says a fairly underrated Barbie joke in the movie Barbie. We see here Barbie crying, says, is when somebody calls her a fascist in the real world. And when she's crying about it, she says, I don't control the railways. She thinks I'm a fascist. I don't control the railways or the flow of commerce. I was the proudest adult in a room full of giggling girls. It was great. We just laughed at your first fascist joke, honey.
It's great.
Lifetime of it. Friend of the show, Mark Twain posts, ha 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 ha. He's reposting this picture of a woman with a sign on top of it that says Shania Twain's real name is Shanamuel Clemens.
Shut the fuck up.
That is Shania Twain behind the sign, by the way.
Is it?
Yes. Yes.
Is it Shanamuel?
Oh, okay.
This one so dumb I sent it to my parents. This is a watermelon, and WQED Pittsburgh has passed along this architecturally designed sliced watermelon, falling watermelon, for all of you fans of the arc. No, you guys don't know the architect and the. Oh, okay, we'll forget this anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Wait! But help me. It's the Frank. It's the guy with 3 names.
Yeah,
Frank
Frank
Lloyd
Lloyd
Wright
Wright.
House.
Yes.
Falling.
Right. Falling water.
What is it called?
Falling water. This is falling watermelon. So
It's his best one.
Oh.
I've taken a tour of a bunch of them that were just kind of okay.
yeah, there's some really interesting ones. I think New Mexico or Arizona. I can never remember and I'm so glad that Sammy's not on this show because I mixed those 2 states up. All right, moving on. I got 3 more. We're getting out of here. This one's from friend of the show, Harmony Reed, coincidentally in Arizona. And she says, oh my God, the comments. But this is just found in an apartment complex in Mesa, Arizona. This is a jacked up monster tire trucked Prius. That's
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And then notice on the front there, those are Longhorns. Those are Texas Longhorns on the front. Monster truck wheels, jacked up, couple feet high. That's a Prius.
It's missing a quarter panel.
Oh, well, to fit in the Longhorns. You can get your Longhorns caught up in your quarter panel. Then you might have to hibbity jink the fluckus mucks. And then you'd have to. Moving on. Star Wars, the funny side of the Force, has a 3 panel here. With we have Darth Vader and one of the, what do you call those guys? They got dumb hats. That's all I know.
The Imperial officer.
An Imperial officer. Perfect. And they're walking along.
Well done.
Nice. That's TD. You're particularly skilled at that, and I love you so much.
That's what I do, man.
This Imperial officer is being addressed by Darth Vader in the first panel, who says, "You fools, did anyone see the droids who got away with the Death Star plans?" Says, "My lord, it seems to have been a blue R2 unit and an effete protocol droid." And Darth Vader says, "Oh, word, laugh my fucking ass off. Those my boys."
That's fucking funny.
I think in a change up of tradition, I'm going to have TD read this next one because it's for him.
God, I love this meme. James Avery Sanders repost from Maine Mashup Memes. And it says, girl's about to be like, and it is we'll call her Becky. It's a white woman named Becky. She's got a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte, some cinnamon sticks, and just straight pumpkin spice. And she got a big old Ozzy Osbourne pile of that shit, and she's snorting it up her nose with the cinnamon stick.
Oh my God.
It's me, boys. I'm girls.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's why he put
I'm
this
gonna
up here.
drink the fucking shit out of some pumpkin spice.
Thank you.
September 1st.
Well, actually, we were talking about this after we went off the air last week. Last Wednesday was when Dunkin' started theirs, and I was there at like a little after 5 a.m. after they opened to get the first pumpkin spice latte.
You're my boy, TD. You're my boy. I love it.
Yeah. It was on the Bearcat scanner. Man assaulting door. Open the fuck up, pumpkin spice.
Damn latte.
I know you're in there. I see you moving.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I just, after hearing you say that, I just wanted to say that the Indiana version of storming the Bastille has got to be the fucking church people at the buffet on a Sunday right at noon. Like
as a guy who worked in a Kentucky Fried Chicken with a buffet on Sunday, I hated working on Sundays.
Yeah, as a Sunday buffet worker myself, at times I concur.
I want to tell you, those are my people. Those are my people who are going to fucking barge in, demand everything, and tip nothing.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Well, yeah, like I said, I worked fast food, bro.
Oof.
Oh God, they're the worst. All right, fucking underscore sober, friend of the show, fucking sober. Thank you for all of your work and memes, fucking sober. They have two panels here. The first panel says spirituality starter pack. There's a lot of different stuff here. There's a woman doing yoga. There's the symbol of the seed of life. There's the Republic of India for it's on a passport. Somebody's gone to India. There's some ayahuasca, root chakra. There's astrological signs. There's some like scantily, almost naked people at a music festival hugging. Somebody's tripping on acid. Somebody's doing shrooms. There's crystals. There's a lot going on here. And then it says spirituality advanced pack, and it's just a picture of a white styrofoam cup of coffee and a cigarette.
And if I'm not mistaken, that appears to be black coffee.
That is black coffee. This is an AA meeting, is what this is.
No frills coffee.
just go one day at a time. This is a picture of a really fuzzy cat. It's a little kitten with really curly hair.
Aww.
And the first comment is, "Oh my God, is this a cat or a sheep?" And the next person says, "A shat." Somebody else is feeling defensive, and they say, "Don't call it that, please." And another person, yet a fourth person, replies, "A shitten." History for the Witty 2.0 making an appearance here today. It says, when you write 7 with a line through it, and it's just a picture of a fucking lord, like old-timey, frilly, fancy fucking guy. What would you call this guy, Eric? A dandy?
He looks kind of like George Washington, but he's wearing like a king's robes. That's ermine, so that's a royalty.
It's some fucking French
it's
guy.
an effete royal dude.
This I want you to know that this meme that I'm showing now made it into the top 3 for my post with the most, but it wasn't the most because that would imply only 1. So I had to just go into round 2 here. This is a picture of Jesus turning over tables and driving out the money changers from the temple, but his face is just a white light. And it says, if Jesus did this today, some Christian would tell him that's not what Jesus would do.
Oh yeah. That's a couple weeks worth of conversation on Fox News right there about why that's not what would happen.
This one was also in the running. This one came in second place, almost my post with the most. And it's a picture from the hardtimes.net, friend of the show, the Hard Times. If you're not following the Hard Times, I'm just curious, where are you getting your Hard Times?
Yeah.
The picture of a guy holding his elbow, and he looks kind of like a hipster, and he's holding his elbow, and he just looks really just really kind of worried about it. And it says new studies show that all injuries past age 25 are permanent.
I don't think that's funny worth a shit.
They're hard times, TD. I got three more for this round. I love this. This is a text conversation. The first person says, "Hey, what pronouns should I use for you?" And the other person replies, "She, her." And then the first person says back, "Okay, because I'm talking shit about you." I'm talking shit, but I don't want to misgender you.
God,
I love it.
so good.
I like that. I can
I
get
like that
behind
a lot.
Yeah, I can
Hey,
do with a couple
do you guys
enemies.
know
like
what do you guys know what my pronouns are?
what are your pronouns?
None of your business. Come back with a warrant.
I like it, man. You're right. It's fucking your gender, your rules. Motherboard reports scientists just erased certain memories from a snail's brain, and they think it'll work with humans too. I'm gonna read that again. Motherboard reporting scientists just erased certain memories from a snail's brain, and they think it will work with humans too. And the first commenter says, "Scientists, do you remember anything?" Snail.
Nothing.
Scientists, my God, what have we done?
Jesus Christ.
This is my last meme for this round. I guess I had one shyer than I thought, or one less than I thought. But this was unfucking real to me. I want to tell you, this is a Twitter profile that I just took this screenshot myself of their actual profile. They joined Twitter in 2009. They have only 349 followers. They have no replies. They have no media. They have no likes. All they have is one single post from March 3rd, 2009. And this is Dumb Bitch at Stupid Whore is the name of this profile.
Wow.
And the one tweet that Dumb Bitch at Stupid Whore tweeted was sitting at home being stupid. And this tweet has 25.3 thousand retweets and 27.8 thousand likes.
Wait a minute. All we do is sit around a house and be stupid. Why don't we get the? What am I doing wrong?
Dude, you're preaching to the choir.
Damn.
I wonder if this person knows that they're a fucking internet legend. They have one tweet, never came back to Twitter. That was it.
It's amazing.
Oh,
Ball or move?
love it. Back to you, TD.
TD.
Okay.
Round two.
Hi, guys. We're going to do round two. What are we calling it this week, round?
The irreverent round.
Okay. We're kicking off here with Crab Rangoon memes. Friend of, damn sure a friend of mine.
God, I miss you, Rangoon.
It says every legend has a weakness, and they got a picture of Samson, and a picture of him turning into a big old wimp after he got his hair lopped off. You got a picture of Achilles looking like a badass, dead as hell once he got shot in the heel. Then we got a picture that's labeled me, and my weakness is a big old plate of crab rangoons, and I say, "Where's the lie?" Love those fucking things, man.
Great stuff, man. One of the best American inventions ever.
Oh heck yeah, dude! I made crab rangoon pizza a couple weeks ago. It's bomb.
Whoa.
Levine, I'm going to let you take this one, please.
Zoo Park has a picture of 4 people riding like rascal scooters.
Rascal scooters.
And these 4 people are obese. And it says NASCAR presents the Walmart 500. And they're rolling past a bunch of campers.
The combined weight of this picture is like a half a ton, okay?
That ground does look compressed.
That's right.
Looks
yeah.
compressed. It's hard packed.
I like it. Moving on. Thanks, Michael. Mustang humor just is famous fleeting. And it says, after Knight Rider ended, Kit fell on hard times. He developed a meth habit, moved to Oklahoma and is living with a stripper named Tiffany in a trailer court. This could be about any veteran, by the way. But anyway, yeah, it says he fell in hard times and now living with a stripper. And it's a picture of this jacked up black Trans Am, fucked up tires, jacked at a weird angle. It's got a fucking set of bullhorns by the engine scoop. It's just sad. And the paint job's all fucked up. It looks like it was done with like can of fucking house paint.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
The horns on the car really make the car.
I had horns on my lawnmower once, but it's me.
Sure.
Moving on. Friend of the show, Satan at S8N. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Oh,
Hey, Satan.
You still on for Poker Friday? He reposts from James Hoover, who says, "What y'all mad about today?" And new friend of the show, Mel Annan King at Kool-Aid_sippin' says, "Not one time in any of the Fast and Furious movies did they stop for some gas."
Oh,
Now,
shit.
at the beginning of the fourth one, they were trying to steal tanker trucks full of gas, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. All right, moving on. Ola of Ibadan posts pictures. It's the classic meme of, woman and guy laying in bed and woman's looking over her shoulder at him going, he must be thinking about another woman. And then the guy is me. If my son becomes a priest, will I call him son or father?
I can answer this.
I would say, yeah. Labune, if anyone can answer this, it is you.
Yeah, I have friends who are priests whose fathers are still alive, and their fathers called them father.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious how that worked.
Isn't that wild?
It's weird. Leave it to the Catholics. Give everybody daddy issues.
Nancy.
All right, moving on.
That's power, dude.
It is. Oh yeah.
That's a full fucking power move. You grow up and take your dad's title.
Oh heck yeah, dude. Like screw you. Look at me. I'm the father now. All right. I've been doing that gag all week with various things.
Look at me. I'm the father now.
Yeah, I've been doing that gag all week with various things. Like I've even had my dog do it. Yeah. All right. Comicspriceguide.com just post this comic by Kerry Callan called Bullet Bouncing, and it's Golden Age Superman, Golden Age Wonder Woman. They're getting shot at by unseen criminals, and Superman's going, "You're mostly bulletproof, right?" And Wonder Woman's like, "Yeah." He goes, "So why do you bother with the whole bracelet thing?" And she just looks at him and she puts down her hands and she gets shot and bounces off her boob and it jiggles, and a couple more bullets hit her boobs and they jiggle. A lot of bullets start hitting her boobs, jiggle, 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 and you actually hear the criminals going, and Superman and her are back in the fight, and he just goes, "Understood."
This is like, it is. I mean, I think that is how it would work.
I mean, yeah, where's the fucking lie?
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Things you boys think about.
Yeah. That's why we're like this.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Rare Insults. How you doing? They repost from Tay Talk to Me. It says, "What's the Caucasian way to say you got me fucked up?" And another guy goes, "Newsflash, buddy."
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
fucking serious. Yeah.
Yeah. When someone goes, "Newsflash, buddy," it's on now. Woo! That's some caucasity for you. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Cheyenne Arapaho Tribal Council. They got this lovely black and white picture of a bison leaning in head to head with a Native American gentleman, and the Native American gentleman is going, "Summer is almost over. Go flip a few more tourists." That's been my favorite news story of the year so far, is bison taking out people who think it's a good idea to take selfies and pet them.
Oh, that is,
Yeah, so I knew I was missing something when I saw this meme this week. That's why people are getting fucked up by some bison.
People are getting all spring and summer. People have been getting jacked up out of like Yellowstone and stuff because they have the audacity, and it's dumb white people they have the audacity to go up and try to take selfies and pet these things because they think they're tame animals.
See, and here's the funniest thing too. Those same tourists wouldn't go up and get a picture with a cop.
No.
Yes, they would.
Well, I mean,
Yes, they absolutely would.
I don't.
Yeah,
They wouldn't hop the fence. Most of them wouldn't hop the fence and go walking up to them. But because there's no fence, these things are literally laying 10 feet from their car. Oh, they must be tame. No, they just don't give a fuck because they're bigger than you.
You know, there's another cop joke or two in there.
Moving on.
Moving on.
We're yeah, this is one of the last ones I got for round 2 here. That means there's more after this, Sizemore. Friend of the show, Alex David Tyus, reposed from Medieval Mirth and Jollity. It's a cover of a crappy looking paperback book with over 10 in print. If God loves me, why can't I afford a trebuchet? Labune, I want to ask you this question. I mean, you'd be the man to ask. If he loved me, where's my medieval weapon of mass destruction?
Maybe don't assume God's all powerful.
Ooh.
But according to most Christians, that's like the whole basis.
I'm not most Christians. You're asking the wrong Christian.
Fair enough.
You know what? When we edit this video someday, I'm going to take that little clip of Michael, the angel, played by John Travolta. He just leans at the camera and goes, "I'm not that kind of angel."
I actually did kind of like that movie.
It was all right. All right, moving on here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry. Whoa. Yeah. So, I'm the TikTok guy, as Sizemore likes to call me. At Couchman Bakes on TikTok, almost 40,000 followers. Thank you.
And not all of them are in Indonesia.
No, a lot in Russia though. But anyway, they have a meme generator now, and all I did was I got a picture of myself, and an AI created this. And it's a picture of me, and I have I have my beard and everything, and it says, "His beard is bigger than my whole personality." Who says the AI isn't getting smarter? They took a picture of me and came up with that.
You know, it could be argued that most of the comics on this show have personalities that are mostly hair.
This is very true.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because you got the, man, you got the license registration haircut. Labune's got the mohawk.
I don't want to go too deep into it. It was just an intuition that, oh boy, maybe that's something to talk to the therapist about.
All right. But yeah, that's my round 2. Kicking it over to you before your therapy appointment. Sizemore.
Lovely. And to everybody in the audience who's just joining us, I don't have therapy. I should.
Yeah, that's why he does this.
I should. I know. Yeah, this is it. I love you all very much. You too are my essential mental health care. Thank you. Mwah. This is a two-panel, and we have a black preacher man who is wearing a Nehru collared jacket, looking very sharp, and it's captioned, "Christians be like, the Bible is 100% true. I believe in every word of it." 5 minutes after you prove them wrong, is the second panel. Well, the Bible ain't meant to be taken literally. It's full of metaphor, a lot of translations and mistranslations. And so, for my second meme, Zach Hunt reports, remember, the Bible verse is about a talking snake or literal, but the part about forgiving everyone's debt is just a metaphor.
Yep.
This one's George, friend of the show and co-founder George H. Cruikshank, who is posting some AI art, and this one is
love you, Mr. Cruikshank.
JFK in an alternative timeline. We have JFK with a sawed-off shotgun pistol of some sort shooting back from the car with a long rifle shooting in the streets of Dallas. He's got another one, and it's captioned by Henry Dominguez at Cursed AI with alternative timeline where JFK wasn't caught lacking. So dumb. Commissar Jesus, friend of the show, Commissar Jesus. Commissar, thank you for all the cards and letters. You are a peach. He's passed along Just Call Me Frank at Just Call Me Frank, who says, who knew the apocalypse was going to be so slow and expensive? Woo! Feeling it. Moving on. FB4tB, a weekly meme cast. And if you're not following FB4tB, a weekly meme cast, how would you, yes, you are. Anyway, on Facebook, that's our group. This is just true art appreciation here. We have a classical painting of a woman and a man. They're both naked. The man has got sort of a cape wrapped around him, and he says, I got a giant truck with thin blue line, Punisher skull stickers, and let's go Brandon flags. And the woman is rolling her eyes, kicking her head back, and flopping out that hand with a whatever, and sort of gesturing in his general direction to his teeny tiny peewee. And she says, I could tell you. Thank you, David Niels at the Non Sequitur Assemblage of the World. Perfect. Art appreciation. This next one's from friend of the show, Michael Murphy, who has posted this one, just captioned always, reposting Nathan Richards' Suey from 3 years ago with WWJD. It says, this year I want to be more like Jesus, hang out with sinners, upset religious people, tell stories that make people think, choose unpopular friends, be kind, loving, and merciful, take naps on boats. Oh, that is a stretch goal. Yes. This
Nice.
has made me want to be more like Jesus. Jackie Cation, friend of the show, like a godmother to me, and I'm older than her. But Jackie Cation has reposted Ms. Betty Bowers, America's Best Christian, says, I'm trying to think of another organization that uses a burning cross, because Elon Musk has taken the X of his brand name and put flames on it, and yeah, that is a burning cross. That's a burning cross.
That's exactly right.
Trying to think of an organization that uses a burning cross. It'll come to me, Betty Bowers says. Also had the trebuchet, also noted, over 10 in print. And I also noted the subtitle of If God Loves Me, Why Can't I Afford a Trebuchet? Devotional for Medievalists. And did you notice it was reposted? It was posted by Medieval Mirth and Jollity.
Mm-hmm.
Which I practiced saying Jollity, and I wasn't going to waste it just because you used the damn meme, Andrew.
You do that to me all the time. I don't want to hear it.
I know. It's tit for tat. Turnabout's fair play. East Coast IT Notes has posted 2 yellow sticky notes cartoons. And the first one, we see 2 gentlemen who are in guillotines. And one saying, I just thought of something. And the other one says, lay it on me. He says, maybe we shouldn't have made everything horrible for everyone all of the time. The other guy goes, Thoughtful billionaires. That's how you know it's a cartoon. It's a work of fiction.
Right.
George Cruikshank, friend and founder of the show.
Wow. Back to back.
I know. It's incredible. He has posted this graphic, which I believe is from it's one of those huge godlike figures strolling across the horizon. He's like, a mile tall. And he's standing over this beach where there are children. The children are named Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling. And then as this God is walking through the thing, it says, the guy who created bongs. Towering over them.
Yeah, he's had a pretty big impact on my life.
Fascinating. Hey, this was an interesting one, also posted by FB4tB, a weekly meme cast. It says, let's see here, let me zoom up here. It says, you've heard of unpaid internships, but have you ever heard of reversed financed internships? Yes, this data analyst job in New York for $15 an hour is a reverse financed internship. So you'll pay $15 an hour to work here. Yeah, this was posted in the group, images that could be edited onto the cover of Capital for humorous effect. And yeah, you could put that there.
What's even the point?
Maybe for the exposure, like what they BS us artists about. We won't pay you, but it'll be exposure. Friend of the show, Owen Anderson, says, I am ready for when Jesus returns. And we see here the Ghostbuster gateway, the box.
Ghost trap.
Yeah. Hey, ready for when Jesus comes back.
That's great.
Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, has reposted this one that's captioned Allison No, because it's a billboard that says Jesus, name above all names. Genesis 1:1. But above it, you see Allison. He's saying, Allison, no!
Yeah.
Moving on, friend of the show, Ellen McWhirter and her lovely wife, Joan, have said that they have now taken the neighborhood being the token neighborhood lesbians very, very seriously. They have leveled up again. Hey, what do you think this is, TD?
Nut milk maker.
That is an Akira Archmira nut milk maker. Yep. That is that's what you do when you're high end. So that's what when you're like, I don't know what else. I gotta milk nuts. So this next one, this is my last one, really, actually. Friend of the show, Owen, passed along from the trans world of queer Tamago shitposting, who's captioned it, Where's the Lie? It says, I bet that more people regret Harry Potter tattoos than gender affirming care. And I thought that was pretty goddamn funny. Here's the other funny thing too, and I got to tell a brief story. Ever so sorry, but I did tell you guys that I went to school, library school, with a woman who ended up working in porn. Anyway, when we were together, she asked me if I could look up a Dewey Decimal number, and I said certainly, and I gave it to her. And the Dewey Decimal number that I looked up was this 14-digit number that was the classification for Harry Potter wizard themed rock and roll music. And weeks later, she goes, did you see what I did with your Dewey? And I said, no, what? She said, I got it tattooed, and it's on her shoulders in Harry Potter font, with the lightning bolts and everything all the way across her shoulders. Anyway, so I sent her this meme, and I said, I'm kind of wondering, hey, do you regret that Harry Potter tattoo? And she just said, yeah, J.K. Rowling and Melville Dewey. It's like a huge shitbag twofer for one. So, yeah. Had she gotten gender reaffirming care, though? Might not have regretted it as that. That was the premise of that last meme. Less regrettable. Wrapping up the irreverent round. Back to you, Mr. Michael, sir, for the penultimate.
Penultimate round is on its way. It's incoming.
Awesome.
But I gotta say, thank God I'm too old for Harry Potter, because I would be big sad if I right about now.
Big universe.
If I had a fucking Harry Potter tattoo every day, I would look at it and be like, oh no. I'd have it covered up.
Look, you and I am older than you, and I am into Harry Potter. I don't have the tattoo, but it still hurts.
Well, you're not that fucking into him, man. Penultimate round 3 coming up.
Fucking bite me.
This is I want you all to know this penultimate round has a little bit of a surprise at the end of it.
Oh,
everybody be ready. Kicking off round 3, Trash Can Paul. I think that means Trash Can's been in every round.
Wow.
Here's a picture of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and they're just standing. Well, he's standing there, and she's sitting down there in their robes, and there's a bunch of handmade signs on the back, and there's a woman making the bed, making the bed, and it says John and Yoko waiting for the maid to make the bed so they can continue protesting against the system. I have to say, the video to imagine is the most fucking pretentious thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the very, very common meme, like used all over the place, and it's a woman who looks like grossed out by something, and then she looks interested in something. So it's kind of like, and then it's like, it's like that. And where she's grossed out, it says 3 kids and no money. She's like, ugh. And then when she's interested is no kids and 3 money. Collie Martinez, friend of mine, friend of the show, Collie Martinez. He reposts Bohemian Whimsy, and it's a picture of like some sort of sage, kind of godlike monk figure, and he's talking to a bunch of other monks. He's sitting against a tree, and he's elevated, and they're sitting down below, all cross-legged and listening.
Yeah.
And the sage says, and then I said, fuck all that. And all that fucked off, and I was at peace. All right, here we go. We're going on a little bit of a sprint here. Anarcho spirituality, friend of the show. Anarcho spirituality. You're not following anarcho spirituality.
Yeah, dude.
Where are you getting your anarcho spirituality? Fucking get with it. Anyway, this first one from anarcho spirituality says, remember, friends, if she says she's a girl, she's a girl. And if he says he's a boy, he's a boy. And if they say they're non-binary, they're non-binary. If they say they're a cop, they're not to be trusted. Anarcho spirituality again. This time they post a picture of a sticker, and it says, people don't need to be sober and drug-free to deserve food, shelter, and kindness.
Yep.
I'm going to read it one more time. People don't need to be sober and drug-free to deserve food, shelter, and kindness. Anarcho spirituality is back. This time we're watching somebody who's playing Cards Against Humanity. And there's a black card played, and it's all right, I'm done with blank. It's time for blank. And then we see the white cards they've chosen, and now it says, all right, I'm done with neoliberalism. It's time for the guillotine.
Yeah, baby. Oh, I would take that as a sign from God and go off.
It's got to be. Anarcho spirituality again. This time from Brian at Brian Yang, who says, how come cashiers at 24/7 McDonald's can de-escalate situations better than cops? And Jeanette replies, because we get fired if we don't. 2 more. All I have is 2 more. Anarcho spirituality is back once again, this time from Kyle, at Kyle Plant Emoji, who says, wild how some people are like, let's save the planet. And some people are like, no.
Yeah.
And my last meme for this round, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, is not a meme. It's a reality. Today, anarcho spirituality followed me.
Wow. Dude.
Back to you, Titi.
Meme clap.
Yeah, meme clap. All right. We're here for round 3, or as I like to say, let's bring this turkey in.
Boom.
Let's bring the turkeys in from the trail.
Gobble,
That's what he always
gobble.
says.
One of these days, I'm actually going to explain to you guys what this means, but not today.
No,
I
I don't care. Don't spoil the mystery.
No, bring the gray duck round the circle.
Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show, post a picture, and it is an X-ray or a CT scan or something. It's a scan of somebody's body, and there is something right lodged right behind his eyes in his brain. It says a man in Florida woke up with a headache, only to discover his wife had shot him while he slept. He survived.
Wow.
Dexter comments, dude got up and was just like, oh, babe, I got a headache. I can see that happening to me. All right, moving on.
You think his woman was like, let's look for the cause?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Internet Hall of Fame, back to back here. Chelsea commented, I left my job today. I couldn't work for that man after what he said to me. And some other girl says, well, what did he say to you? And this Chelsea lady goes, you're fired.
Stupid.
That's kind of dumb.
That's pretty dumb. Papa Wolf and Krampus with one of my favorite ones I've seen this week. It says when you're trying to get healthy, but your demons keep haunting you, and it's a Planet Fitness, but the shadow of the golden arches, because that's clearly what that is just like moving and lurching in. So that basically tells me there's a McDonald's on the other side of the parking lot from the gym.
Dude, I never think about McDonald's, but for some reasons I had to put the app on my phone. I do not remember why. And like now it tells me like you can have some McDonald's for $1. It's like,
I would say, dude, look at me. McDonald's built this. Okay.
well, dude, McDonald's could build a whole new Eric, and I'm not having it. but dude, the demonic gravitation is real. Even
No, absolutely. All right. Next up, we got friend of the show, Deborah M. And it just says, "This is how y'all look defending Trump." And it's a picture of a possum in a garbage can, looking very much like a pissed off possum in a garbage can, hissing and shit, and going, "Don't touch my garbage."
Yep.
Moving on.
It's exactly right.
Friend of the show, Michael Greco. I love you, buddy. I'll hang on. I need to call you next time I'm up in Chicago. Anyway, says when you smell country music, and it's a picture of Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory with a shirt up over his nose, and he's spraying Lysol, but the Lysol can is labeled metal. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah. Moving on.
I get it.
Jason Jester just says, "Leave me alone," and he posted this picture. Says, "Waiter, how is everything?" Me. And the best way I can describe this is the character Belial from the Basket Case series, franchise of horror movies.
Okay.
And he's a parasitic twin. That's his whole shtick. And he's basically just this big latex blob with like roots coming off him that might be appendages and like covered in spaghetti. And yeah, that's how it's going.
All right.
All right. Moving on. Andrew Teedy. I've heard of him. I reposted this a few years ago, and it was true then, and it's true now.
Big time.
And it says you never realize how little self-control you actually have until the chips and salsa are in front of you at the Mexican restaurant.
Dude,
I'm going to read that again. I'm going to read that one more again.
That's the Mexican equivalent of Olive Garden's endless breadsticks.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I'm going to read it one more again. You never realize how little self-control you actually have until the chips and salsa are in front of you at the Mexican restaurant. Oh, I have ruined meals, eating like 3 baskets before my chimichanga shows up.
Wow.
All right, moving on.
But did you enjoy them?
Fuck yes. No regrets.
Win.
Andrew Teedy, once again, I posted this last year. It just says, if you know, you know. Jim Henson, you will be the Goblin King. Everyone will love you, but they'll never stop talking about your package. Never. David Bowie. And it's a picture from the animated Little Mermaid where Ariel is signing her name on a contract, which she's like she's doing it, but she's not looking at herself doing it.
Yeah.
And if you've ever seen Labyrinth, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Love that movie, but whoo, that questions. Lots of questions.
A lot of dong.
Big codpiece. Moving on.
I wanted one.
Oh yeah. Midwest versus everybody at Midwestern Ope. We love you guys. Labune, I'm gonna read it, but I thought of you when I saw this.
I'm ready.
Every time a Midwesterner says "Ope" or "Let me sneak past you," a child of the corn is born somewhere in rural Indiana.
This is just true.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that fucking guy's name? Elijah or something?
Elijah, yes.
Oh.
Again, from Indiana. That was required viewing by the time you hit 7th grade.
It's a fucking documentary.
Yes. No, go down there to Napanee where some of them weird Amish fuckers live. It's a documentary. All right, moving on. Jason Jester knocking it out of the park with this one. He just says the coping mechanism. And it says me feeling even the slightest amount of stress. And it's a possum with its face buried in a KFC box.
You make
I love possum humor, and I feel this.
I don't know why I'm sympathizing with the possum because I'm like, yeah, I do want some KFC, dude. Killing me, Smalls.
Labune, I would like you to read this one, please.
GOP teens. This is a post from Satan, friend of the show, Satan. Hey, Satan. GOP Teens at GOP Teens, not a friend of the show. They tweet hashtag teens. What do you think hashtag Jesus's favorite hashtag gun would be? And then we see that they retweeted someone and they said, not hashtag funny. Consider yourself hashtag blocked. And that's because Alex Nazaruk at Literal Edgelord, friend of the show, Literal Edgelord, says, GOP teens, in answer to the question of what do you think Jesus' favorite gun would be, they replied, a nail gun.
Michael, do you remember when I told you this joke?
Yeah.
Remember what you said to me?
No.
You said, really, Eric, on Easter?
On Easter. Jesus, Eric. I stand by that. Holy fuck.
God damn.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
On Easter.
All right, this is the last one I got for round 3, and I'm going to do something that's a little out of the character for me. Sizemore, would you please read this, buddy? I've been waiting for you to read this. Oof.
From Between the Covers NC, suggested for you 4 days ago, says, I need the story on this. We have a picture of a library return slot, and there is a sign taped to it that says, notice, please yell, not a squirrel, when opening the book drop, so we know you are a human and not a squirrel trying to steal Keith's lunch.
So,
Have you or have you not ever had to use a sign like this?
I have never had to use one. I have seen many, many, many permutations of this.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know, man. I wanted to know, like, is this a thing you all do? All right, that's my round 3. We brought the turkey in. Over to Sizemore.
Well done. Well done. Now for my penultimate round, our 3rd round. Why did we pick such a long word for that? That's just...
I like how you say we, like we had any input.
Dude, this show evolves. It's crowdsourced. I don't do this. This show happens through me.
Oh, okay.
This one's from Brian Betchman at Climatologist49, and we have a nice chart here, and it points out that the average president, ex-president, has been charged with 2 felonies over the course of U.S. history. If you average it out, yeah, there's one ex-president with 91, you know, so 91 felonies.
I suppose.
This is what you call a mean average, and I wish it was even meaner. This next one's from Retro Cartoon Memes, and we see here in the freezer aisle all kinds of new vegan options here because this blue package is labeled Beyond Smurf, Smurf-based Smurf, 35% less Smurf than 50 Smurf.
Somewhere there's a man in the Netherlands who actually understood that entire sentence.
20 grams of Smurf per Smurf and no Smurf gluten. All right. There you go. Coming to a thing there now. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, appearing in every episode of mine as well, has passed along this bussing film. Quoting Martin Scorsese, we see a picture of Martin Scorsese. It says, Martin Scorsese is interested in fucking up a chalupa supreme.
I like that only you laughed at this, according to the likes.
I hit it. See how it says 2 minutes ago? Because I'm hot. I'm on George, man. George is my man. George has got the memes. George's got the memes that I need. This next one's from friend of the show, Chandler Schmidt. You still seeing Chandler every day there, TV?
No, he don't work there no more. So, no. Thanks for bringing that sad memory up.
Schmidt don't work here no more.
I'm sorry to hear that, but he's still funny as hell online. Chandler has posted Bears Be Gaming, which is doubly funny. I don't even think I noticed it was Bears Be Gaming, who has posted this 3-panel. And TD, help me out. So this is the Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire playing Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man.
Okay. And his buddy's name is what?
That would be fucking Harry Osborn.
James. Yeah, but what's the actor's
James Franco. James Franco.
So James Franco. So So, but it's young Spider-Man talking to the young Green Goblin, right? Anyway,
Essentially.
yeah. Anyway, so Toby says, I think I'll get Baldur's Gate 3. And James Franco replies, a big costly RPG with lots of content, no microtransactions, and sold at surprisingly, for today's AAA standard, low price. So what's the caveat? The caveat is that you get gay propaganda shoved down your throat at every opportunity. You will be barfing rainbows before you reach the 20-hour mark of playing this game. If you can stomach that, then be my guest, but I couldn't. And Toby says, Harry, you don't need to sell it to me. This one is from the Griot, which is a publication that I follow. It's got some very interesting stuff in it. This was headlined, a new study touts 8 habits that can extend lifespan by 24 years. Nothing funny there, but the first comment on it was, who would want to live in this capitalist hellscape for an extra 24 years?
Word.
Top comment. It's like, damn. Church of Sloths. Oh, Church of Sloths. I've missed you. I haven't seen Church of Sloths in a while. Has reposted Adam at Adam the All Right, who says, can't wait to hear future generations give their children advice like, son, if something sounds too Gucci to be Trill, it's probably Cap, dead ass. That's funny. That's funny because I'm an old man and I said that. Gen X in the house in more ways than one. Repost this one. It says, I hate it when I see an old person and then I realize we went to high school together.
I'm entering that stage of my life.
Dude, I've been there for a while. It's freaky. Laughing Librarian, friend of the show, Laughing Librarian, keep them coming, says, British baking shows. Tell us about this wee tart that you've made. The crust is just lovely. American cooking shows. We've replaced your knives with Phillips head screwdrivers and released raccoons in the kitchen. The clock is set for 30 seconds. Please bake us peace in the Middle East.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I watch a lot of baking shows.
Dude, yeah, totally. My kid loves them. They're great. This one's from a friend of the show, Katie Borum. You remember little Katie Borum? She would come to the shows. What a sweetheart. I miss you, Katie. I got to give you a call back. Thanks for leaving the voicemail. She's reposted Ray Duran. And it's apparently a tattoo commercial here. We see it is a booking begins tomorrow at 11 a.m. Then enjoy this cover-up. So we've got a cover-up tattoo. First off, we see that he had a Confederate flag, the stars and bars, with some letters underneath it, and it's been sketched out with a flag, and it's been replaced with the blue line. How would you even say it? The thin blue line, black and white American flag. BS.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, so the thin blue line has been tattooed over the Confederacy here. And what's this woman's name from The Office, TD?
Pam.
Pam says, both pictures are the same. They're the same picture.
Not wrong.
Yep. Friend of the show, Paul, has reposted Jonathan Edward Durham, who says, I do not think it's fair when somebody I've only met once remembers my name. Like, honestly, how dare you? Katie Joe Yo Faux Show says, I want a reality show where people who don't tip have to work a double at a restaurant with a huge outdoor patio during brunch on the first nice day of the year.
Oh my god.
Oh God. Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was originally thinking like blow darts with something painful on the tips, but
no,
yeah.
This is worse.
Yeah. And I just commented in Intersectional Memes and Feminist Dreams, who posted it. I'd binge the crap out of this show.
Dude, they would all cry. They would cry.
Oh, in an hour. Within an hour.
This started a whole debate about how we should eliminate tipping. And I was like, yes, we should eliminate tipping. But in the meantime, if you're a non-tipper, you should be shamed continuously. So anyway, good times. Got all 4 or 5 left here. I'm stealing from your past, TD, where I stole this one from you, TD. Ha!
Oh.
Ha! Yes,
Okay.
The Drake Gatsby post, a conversation between me and a scientist. Me, man, T-Rexes look so cool. Scientists, no, actually, they look like giant idiot birds. Me, oh, bummer. Well, they were great hunters, though. Scientists, no, there's evidence they were scavengers. Okay, maybe just stop ruining. Sorry, they wore socks with sandals. Love that one. I freaking love that one, man. Friend of the show, Dave King, has posted this. It looks like an archaeological shot, like maybe you see in, I don't know, National Geography or something. And it says skeleton of cave bear in Bear's Cave, Romania. And the commenter has said, I wonder why it's called that. And IR Carter says, this sent me down a massive historical rabbit hole, but long story short, it's called Romania because there were once Romans there.
Oh, that's good. That's good smart assery.
That's 3D. All right, second to last, Parmigiano Reggiano makers in Italy. And we see here a picture of a guy with a very large cheese wheel, probably in Italy. I'm not sure. It's from businessinsider.com. It says Parmigiano Reggiano makers are putting edible microchips the size of a grain of sand into their 90-pound cheese wheels to combat counterfeiters. And a comment from Twek21 says, Big Parma is putting microchips in people. The lunatics were this close to being exactly right. How freaking great is that? That one was found by George, I'm sure. And let's see here. The Credible Hulk, friend of the show, Credible Hulk, has posted Gareth with my very last one, who says, I won't back down, Tom Petty. I may readjust my stance if you have a convincing argument, Tom Reasonable. That was my penultimate round. So going back to Michael for your post with the most.
All right, here comes my post with the most. It was a tough one this week.
Yeah?
I was very popular.
Nice. Yeah, the algorithm has blessed me this week as well.
My post with the most this week comes from anarcho-spirituality.
What?
I know, but I posted this as my story, and it fucking blew up on me. And it's the picture, it's the meme that's like format that's usually like salesman trying to sell a car. He, slaps the trunk of the car, slaps the hood of the car, and then so it's a salesman talking to a potential customer. Except behind him, instead of a car, there's the Ark of the Covenant, and it says "slaps roof of Ark." Dies instantly.
Great.
All right, Tiki, what was your post with the most?
Oh, that was fantastic.
That was fantastic. Yeah, I agree.
All right. My post with the most this week comes from Tiny Death Machine at Die My Darkling. It says, personally, I like to surround myself with people who have extensive vocabularies, but nevertheless choose to say fuck a lot. And considering the two people I socialize with the most are Sizemore and Labune, who do you think I was thinking about when I saw this motherfucker?
Dude, I got this at 8 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning as a first laugh of the day. That was great.
Yeah, glad
so cool. So my posts with the most were kind of confused. I stumbled into an art alley over in Springfield this week, and that got a lot of traffic. People really liked art. I started all these dumb conversations about AI art with this crocheting grandma with crochet gone wild, except that it's actually AI gone wild. But I mean, honestly, look at this. I mean, how do you not love this? I don't care if she does have 13 fingers. It's like, come on. Still.
To be fair, I cannot convince your guys' favorite TD, Mary, my wife, that this is AI. She thinks it's real.
Okay, so look at the fingers. Look at grandma's fingers over here, man. She's got like 7 and they're a foot long. That's the key. They're just like fairies. You have to check their fingers, count their knuckles, it's basic stuff here, man. But these really killer crocheted cats that irritated and stimulated a lot of conversation. But dude, the attitude, look at this. That is a crochet cover for a Maserati plus, this like, floor length sweater and the shades and that like Joe Biden stare off into the distance.
I want that sweater.
I know, right? I'm like, I don't care if it's real. That's a great story. Look at that attitude. Anyway, loving it. And this did stimulate a lot of conversation, but I believe my actual post with the most would have to be this one. Divides into says it's easy to say with hindsight that NFTs are a stupid scam, but it was also easy at the beginning to say that and through the middle too. Which is great. Gotta end on a funny one. That, I believe, boys, constitutes a full episode of Facebook for the Blind for August 22nd, 2023. We love you so much, and I mean that. Mwah. Truly. You say your thing. Michael, oh, you muted. You're muted. You have to do your thing.
Love you, George.
Love you, George. I did say it. I was just muted. Damn.
I got you. You know what we should do this time, maybe? How about a barbershop quartet? Let's just try that. Just
Yeah.
quick harmonizing there on your
Mhm.
1, 2, 3.
Love you, George.
Love you, George.
Love you, George.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.